Welcome to Jesus Yoga. Welcome to this beautiful place. Today, I have filmed a beautiful class for you. It's advanced or at least intermediate, so make sure you're already a more advanced or intermediate practitioner because we're going to practice a vinyasa, really opening up our hips and then coming to leg behind the head poses and different poses. Don't worry about it. If you cannot do all the poses, it's a practice, it's a lifelong practice, and so much more important is the journey and how you are treating yourself while entering into this really advanced and challenging poses. And some days we just feel more open than others. And sometimes we're more tight, and that's okay. The main practice is really not the asana in itself. It's the breath work, and it is watching yourself, watching your emotions, watch what is coming up and how you treat yourself and how you can be patient with your body, really waiting for it to open up and slowly come. And whatever we're learning here on the mat, we can apply in life. So we're gonna start really slow, laying on our mat. Let's make our way into Supta Baddha Konasana. Laying down on your back, spreading your feet wide, having your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. First, we want to just collect ourselves, letting go of everything that has been before we got onto the mat. Releasing all stress and tension. And starting a deep breath of Ujjayi. Ever deepening our breath. And I encourage for you to inhale light and to exhale darkness, envisioning the flow of inhaling light and exhaling darkness. Coming to the stillness before our practice. Slowly, we're going to deepen our breath, become aware of your environment again. And then slowly raising your legs up, shifting your weight over to the right, and we're going to come into an easy twist. Just releasing all tensions from the spine. And then shifting your weight to the other side and coming to the other side. Nice twist. Breathing deeply. And then we're going to come to the middle, drawing in our knees into our chest, into Apanasana. Maybe giving your spine just a little massage before we roll up and down. A few times until we come all the way, sitting and balancing into boat pose, Navasana. You can have your knees bent or straight. You can also grab your legs underneath your knees. Just smile. Straighten up your spine. Breathing deeply. Firing up our core. Maybe you want to adjust. Then put down your feet, both feet, and rise up to standing. Tadasana. Inhale, raising your arms up. Exhale, down. One more time. Big stretch. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale. Hands to your side. One more time. Inhale. Up. And exhale, down. Now placing your feet about hip width apart. You raise up your arms on the inhale, and on the exhale, you come into Lomalasana, having the elbows on the inside of your thighs, really creating length in your spine and openness in your hips. Placing your hands down into a nice forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold down one more time. Inhale, and you come back into the yogi squat. Growing taller, now placing your left hand down, your right hand twists upward. Placing the right hand down and twisting to the left. Placing both hands in front of your heart again. Placing your hands in the front, forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Stretch up. And hands to your side, feet together. Hands in front of your heart. Lifting your right leg up. And stepping really far back into a high lunge. Hands together. If it's uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can have them shoulder width apart, hands slowly moving down in front of your heart. Warrior 2. Breathing deeply. Looking over your arm, and then come into a side stretch. Peaceful warrior. Moving out into a warrior 2, placing the hands to the side and twisting towards your bent front leg. Hold your core strength here. Then placing your foot again into a low squat, arms up,
And then move out one more time towards the leg, twisting. And lowering this knee down, placing your hands behind your head and opening up the chest wide. Stay strong in your core. Feel the duality of the stretch. Placing your hands beside your knee and then come back into half Hanumanasana. Keeping your spine straight, moving forward, low lunge. Rising up again into high lunge, hands in front of your heart. And stepping strongly forward, lifting your right leg up, finding the balance, and sitting that leg down. Lift your left leg. And then stepping with balance into a high lunge, raising up your arms, either shoulder width apart or hands together. Coming into a warrior two. Twisting here towards your bent leg, that is over the right leg. Breathing deeply. And then come into a high lunge. Keeping your balance. And then open up one more time, palms facing to the side of the mat. Twisting and balancing. Hands in front of your heart, place your knee down. Open up your chest, putting your head behind, the arms behind your head, opening up that chest, keeping stability in the core. And placing your hands beside your leg, come into half Hanumanasana, half split, keeping your spine straight, breathing. And then come into a low lunge. Lift yourself up, hands in front of your heart. Find the balance up into a high lunge. Stepping forward, lifting your left leg. Keeping the balance. Placing your foot down. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, straight spine, looking forward. Exhale, step back through Chaturanga to upward facing dog. Looking over your right shoulder, your left shoulder. Coming to the midline again into a downward facing dog. And really walking your dog here. It's your first downward facing dog. So maybe bend your knees really much, finding more length in the spine before you straighten out your legs. Really drawing in your belly. Rise up with your right leg, opening up that hip more. Maybe dropping your leg to the side and shifting your weight forward, knee into your chest towards the nose. Hold it here. Back into a three-legged downward facing dog. Forward again towards your tricep. And lifting it up. Forward towards the mat and place your foot down. Into Kapotasana pose, wiggling from side to side, finding length, and then looking over your left shoulder, maybe putting your back leg into the arm crease. You can also always do this with a strap, and then folding forward, really finding in your squat a big stretch. Breathing deeply, slowly rising up. If you can, come into Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, into mermaid pose. Deep breaths. Enjoying the peace in the pose. And then releasing, placing your hands in front. And if you can, open up that hip more by aligning the leg really horizontal to the mat, maybe a 90-degree angle, maybe a little less. The further your foot is away from your hip, the bigger the stretch. And maybe placing your forearms down onto the mat. Maybe straightening out your arms all the way. But try to keep your hips square. Otherwise, put a pillow underneath your hips if you are raising up too far with one hip. Slowly come up, and maybe you can twist your left leg underneath the right and straightening out your right arm. So being in the pose and coming into a side twist, increasing the stretch, but please only do this if your body is ready for it. Slowly place your hand down, slowly rise up. Again, moving your back leg over the other one into a leg pose, log pose, fire log pose. Otherwise, you can place one foot in front of the other. If you can, fire log pose. And slowly, if you can, come onto your forearms. I like almost to do a Sphinx pose here in the fire log pose. Flexing your toes to protect your knees here. And then try to stay in the position and place your leg back again into pigeon pose. Drawing your leg closer to your body, lifting your knee up and come into a three-legged downward facing dog. Moving through a vinyasa upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Lifting your left leg up, opening up that hip wide, and then moving forward, holding the knee to the nose, opening up again. Again, holding the knee forward, again back, and then placing that foot gently down with control into Kapotasana. Wiggling from side to side, opening up your hip a little bit more. Shifting over to the right side, trying to grab your leg. Maybe you need a strap, that's okay. And then slowly moving forward, really into this deep quad stretch. Slowly rising up and taking mermaid pose one more time on this side. If you cannot take mermaid, just stay in Kapotasana. And then release. Placing your leg forward again, the front leg, maybe into 90 degrees. Look back at your back leg and look there. There's no sickle of the foot. And then maybe you move towards the forearms. Keeping your back straight if that feels good for you. And moving slowly all the way towards the floor. Releasing all tensions. Breathing deeply. If you're ready to move even deeper, you will thread your right arm underneath the left and straighten out that left arm. Coming into a twist in this position. Slowly placing your hands down and then try with a straight leg to lift into a fire log position or placing one foot in front of the other like you did on the other side. Coming to the forearms, it's almost like in a sphinx-like position. Opening up the hips more, breathing deeply. And rising up again, and with the strength of your core and your leg, place your leg back again in one swift move. And placing your hands in front and lift with a core strength your leg up into a three-legged dog. The left leg is now in the air, placing both feet down, hopping towards the front of your mat, and forward fold, arms up all the way, and hands to the side. Arms up all the way, forward fold. Prepare pose and jump or step back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, into Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Raising your right leg up, again moving forward, holding that leg and placing it back. Again, moving forward, strong core, come into a low lunge, placing your hands in front of your heart, breathing deeply, and then you come into a side lunge pose, Skandasana, moving to the other side. Breathing deeply here. And then come a little bit further down again on the other side. Maybe placing your foot all the way down. Hands in front of your heart. Maybe you place your right arm all the way down and lift up your left arm towards the sky. Maybe you look towards that arm. And maybe you bind behind your back. And hands in front of your heart again. Shift over to the other side, maybe without using the arms. And come onto your right side now. Placing your hands in front of your heart. Then your left arm down, right arm towards the sky, opening up that chest. If you did so on the other side, bind behind your back and really opening up that chest. Breathing deeply. And then, without using the hands or with the hands, come to the middle. Feet are facing forward now. Rise up and fold all the way down, placing maybe your head down. Maybe aligning your hands with the feet or even passing your feet further back. Lift your chest up, placing your hands forward, turning your feet towards the side of your mat and come into a squat. Moving into Utthata Konasana, goddess pose, hands in front of your heart. Breathing deeply here. Maybe you can lift your right heel off the floor. Maybe your left heel off the floor. If you're ready, lift both heels off the floor. Holding the pose. Maybe lifting up your arms here. Shoulder width apart first. Breathing. And then putting your hands in front of your chest again. Still hold that pose. Placing your hands crossed in front of your body. Still staying with your heels lifted. Now place them down. Come again into the low squat and rise up all the way. Good job. Into Tadasana. Lift up your arms again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, prepare pose. Exhale, jump back or step. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog into a downward facing dog. Jump forward and sitting down, straightening out your legs. I'm going to scoot back on my mat a little bit. And then have my hands in front and slowly engaging the core, coming down all the way to the floor. Now we're going to attempt foot behind the head. You can place one leg against a wall, which makes it easier access. So first, we're going to draw in our right leg into our chest and hug it. Maybe wiggle it from side to side. Trying to place the foot against your forehead. Really releasing that knee towards your right side. And then maybe like a telephone, putting the foot towards the ear. Really releasing your right knee down, your right leg. And then straightening out that leg, maybe rolling your ankles a few times. I like to release any kind of tension here. And then come one more time, placing your foot on the ear, straightening it out again. Placing the foot again against your ear. Straightening it out one more time towards the ear, and then try to attempt placing the foot behind the head. See that it is comfortable. Hold on to that leg if you're not feeling that much comfortable, or come out of the pose. Maybe you can release your arms here and place them in front of your heart. We're going to come into variations of Ekapada Shirsasana, foot behind the head pose, very soon. So grab onto that leg, straightening out your left leg. Maybe holding on with the right arm to the left leg, maybe hugging it with both feet, but make sure your body is ready here. This is intense, especially if you're stretching your leg out all the way. Maybe you have to adjust your foot one more time, or in between, that's okay. Try to straighten out your leg all the way and placing maybe your foot down, or keep it in the air. It's a little bit easier. The easiest would be if you're bending your knee and place it against a wall. That's the easiest version. Breathing deeply here. You can always hold on to the foot or place your hands in front of your heart, but only if your neck is strong enough. Lift your leg one more time, and then you can take a little swing and maybe sit up all the way. I have to adjust the placement of my foot, or you can come sitting up and then placing your foot against behind the head. That's okay too. Placing your hands in front of your heart. You can still hold on to the leg if it is needed, if your neck is not strong yet enough. And then I move forward, but I'm going to first come gently into it, making sure that my neck is okay, and folding forward. Always take care, and maybe you hold on to that foot to help yourself, that not so much weight is on your neck. You can rise up. I have to adjust my foot again, and I'm going to lift up that leg, and then if you're really advanced, you can try to press yourself up and hold your leg up, placing yourself down. Don't fall over. And then have your leg like a backpack over your shoulder and rise up into elephant pose. I like to have a fun transition, getting my legs out to the side. Asta Vakrasana, 8-angle pose to the right. Hold it here. Then placing your legs down again in the middle, crossing your legs and jumping back. Upward facing dog into Adho Mukha Shavasana. Coming forward, jumping forward, crossing your legs, maybe straightening out your legs in front. I'm scooting back here on my mat. And then engaging the core again, always using the core to place yourself really slowly onto the floor. We're going to start now with our left leg. And we're going to come into Ekapadashasana here, the preparation. The leg in front of your chest, wiggle from side to side. Maybe have your right leg pressed against the wall. And then the foot against the forehead. And releasing the knee further down towards the floor and having that leg touch the ear. Really letting go here. Placing it in front of your forehead again and straightening out that leg. A few ankle circles to release any kind of tension. And then place it again against your ear. Straightening out that leg. And against your ear. Releasing that hip further. Straightening it one more time, and then towards that ear. I do it one more time, straightening out, and then placing your foot behind the neck. Finding a good position for your foot, for your leg, behind your neck. Adjust however you need to. You can always keep on holding on to that leg, or place your hands in front of your chest. You can always stay here. Don't ever go beyond what your body is ready for. It should never hurt. It should feel comfortable. Now maybe you straighten out that leg and draw it towards your body. Always breathing deeply, releasing more. Finding ease in that pose and maybe straightening it out, either placing it down onto the floor or keeping it in the air straight. As far as it is comfortable for you, this is an even deeper stretch. Maybe hands in front of your heart. Maybe adjusting that leg behind your head if ever you need to. And I'm going to take a swing up into a sitting position of Ekapada Shirsasana. Adjusting, and maybe you feel ready to place your hands in front of your heart. Maybe you want to hold on to that leg, to that foot. It's always okay. And then when I move forward, I always have support of my hand first. See how it feels before I fold forward all the way here. But whenever you need to just hold on to the foot, like I'm doing here, then that's fine. Rising up, then see if you can lift your right leg up, placing your hands on the floor, and then maybe you can shift your weight forward and lift, placing yourself down, coming out of the pose and having the left leg like a backpack over your shoulder into elephant pose. Moving into Astavakrasana, 8-angle pose on the left side now. Holding the pose. Placing your feet down again, crossing your legs, jump back. Outward facing dog into Adho Mukha Shavasana. Again, jumping forward, crossing your legs, sitting down. I'm going to shift back on my mat again and again engaging my core. Placing yourself really slowly vertebra down. And placing your feet onto the floor. We're going to move into Yoga Nidrasana, yogic sleep pose. So I place my left foot behind my neck, grab my other foot, and try to cross them. And then placing my hand underneath my lower back and interlacing my fingers and relaxing. It's really only yogic sleep pose if you can relax, but try your best. Breathing deeply and finding relaxation in this difficult pose. Opening up your feet again, come into Apanasana, rocking up forward into a forward fold, placing your feet hip-width apart, having your both legs like a backpack, into Titibhasana firefly pose. If you can, I like to roll my ankles here and release any kind of tensions in the arm balance. Skip it if you don't enjoy it. And then slowly place your bottom down and come into Kurmasana. Straightening out your legs and releasing into this beautiful forward fold. You can place your forehead down or your chin. Breathing deeply and coming to stillness. Breathing deeply. And slowly wiggle yourself out of it. And come in, laying back again, engaging the core again, one vertebrae at a time. Placing yourself down, shifting your weight towards one side and come into a nice twist. Releasing any kind of tensions in the back. Enjoying breathing deeply. Placing both feet on the floor again, shift your weight to the other side and come onto the side twist, laying twist of your choice, whatever feels best for you. Deep breaths. Coming to the middle again, shifting everything to the middle, and I'm going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana again to finish off my practice. Now, if you'd like to come into Shavasana, you can do so. I will come in Supta Baddha Konasana and place my left hand onto my heart and my right hand onto my belly. Letting go everything here. Digesting all the advanced poses. Releasing and coming into the stillness. I will let you know when we come out. Just let go and relax. Slowly deepening your breath. Placing both feet on the floor, stretch yourself up and out, drawing in your knees. One more time, wiggling from side to side. Releasing tensions here. And I like to roll up and down one more time, bringing life to my spine again. Mobility feels always good. And I thank you so much for having practiced with me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I'm wishing you a blessed, wonderful day. God bless you. See you soon again.